Today we are on site with Clint of Premier Lawn and Landscaping, and we are doing a tear out and install of Bahia sod. And Clint and I work a lot together on a lot of different jobs. We do restoration, we've done jobs at Busch Gardens, a lot of sod, a lot of mulch. His claim to fame is that he installed the sod at Alan Haynes' house, the lawn care nut. So be sure to give him a follow if you're into all things lawn care, taking care of your lawn, and check out the sod that Alan has over in his yard. He has St. Augustine Palmetto, Zoysia, and St. Augustine ProVista that he helps maintain and takes care of himself. So that's a cool follow over on YouTube and all things social. So we're gonna get started. There's a couple different ways that you can tear out a lawn. You can spray it with glyphosate, kill it.
You can.
You can simply throw sod over the top of an existing lawn. However, we don't quite recommend that. The right way to do it is with a sod cutter. So I'll let Clint tell you a little bit about the sod cutting process.
So when we're getting ready to sod cut for a tear out and install, we locate some wires, locate the irrigation heads, then we'll run the sod cutter around the edges, out through the middle, get it all cut up, go deep enough to get the hardier part of the root. Then we'll do a soft rake. We'll get all of our debris picked up and then go around all the edges with the shovel, cope it in, so when we do lay the new sod, we get a nice flush flow with the borders or the sidewalks or the driveways.
Absolutely. So Clint's going to get started, show us how to tear out the lawn with a sod cutter, and he's got the guys that are going to go behind him and help rake it out so that it's an easy cleanup. Now that we've finished the tear out process and everything is cleaned up and prepped for installation, we're ready to install the Bahia sod. So we'll let Clint tell us a little bit about the process and how they'll do that.
So once we got the cleanup done, we went around, we graded, coped all the edges so that we get that nice flow to the concrete and the sidewalk. Now we're going to start laying in the sod. We're going to do the border. We're going to do it in full lengths, full pieces, so we don't have no cuts and little pieces on the edges. All of our cuts and so forth will be in the middle. Once we lay the edge, then we'll start running our sod throughout the yard and tie into the rest of the borders.
Okay, perfect. Alrighty, well then let's get started.
You got it.
The benefit of using Bahia grass in a residential or even a commercial area is that it is a really hardy pasture grass. It's a cheap pasture grass, but it's also really hardy. And so it may not look the best when it's going down. It might be falling apart, brown, hay in appearance, or it might have fire ants. It might also have cow patties in it because we do push the cows aside to cut the Bahia out of the field. But with that being said, after installation and appropriate water and other maintenance techniques, it will be probably one of the greenest lawns on the block with the appropriate cultural practices.
So with the Bahia grass, this is what grows here, indigenous in Florida. This is cow pasture grass, it's honestly cow poop and fire ants, but it grows. You can grow this on a budget, water, that's all you need. It pulls apart nice and easy so we can put in the patches here, and you can do this yard on a budget. It's a little shaggy on the first install. After about the 3 weeks and you get the first cut, it starts bringing shape, starts coming together. After you get the second and third cut, you can get it cut to your desired height and you get a nice green lush lawn.